All right. How often should I be posting a blog to my website? So most chiropractors are at zero, like they don't do any blog posts, and they're just so important in terms of Google seeing your website as relevant. Some people like me, like I really like to read things, and not even so much read things. I like to scan things versus watching videos. And so for some people, they love watching video. I would much rather, like, I can just quickly get the gist of a blog post just by scanning it. So the two types of content I like to consume are written form and audio. Audio because I can do it passively. Like a lot of people, the most feedback I get from this podcast is, or I'm sorry, of my content is from the podcast, and it's because people can listen to it in the car. They don't have to sit there and look at their phones to watch a video. So I'm a big fan. Personally, I love listening to podcasts, and then I like reading things mainly because I can just scan things and just get the gist of it. So how often you should be posting? The blogs are really, honestly, they're probably more for Google than they are for the reading general public. You just want to make sure that you're being seen as relevant. You've got more keywords on your web page, and that you can organically show up when somebody is searching for something if the blog is set up correctly. So the ideal cadence of posting is in my opinion is once a month. I think that once a week or once a day is probably more than you need to do. Only because because we're local businesses, Google doesn't crawl our sites that often. So the fact that if they're not crawling it more than maybe once every couple of weeks or once a month, then posting every day or every week is probably a little bit more than it needs to be. And also it's like you got to make sure that you can actually get it done. Now if you love writing blog posts, it's like sure, like you could do once a week, but I think for the vast majority of normal chiropractors that are out there that aren't like dying to get up and write a blog post, I would say that once a month is probably the right cadence for you. And again, if you're doing a blog post every month, every year, eventually you're going to have a ton of content, lots of pages on your site that Google can show to relevant search terms. So, and remember, you're competing against, in terms of Google, like when they're doing search terms for like neck pain doctor, your town and state, you're really just competing against other local practitioners in the area. And there hardly any of them are doing anything, especially in like a less than 1 million person city. There's just not a lot of people doing much content, especially written. So once a month, I think is a good amount of time.